Certain mitzvahs speak for themselves. Today is a good example of that. Positive commandment number 60. It is a positive commandment. Let's go inside. It is a positive commandment to bear affection for everyone in Jewry as for oneself. As scripture says, V'ahavta lo'echa kamocha. You should love your fellow as yourself. It is therefore necessary to have as much protective concern for another person's physical self, his item of monetary value, and his esteem as for one's own. If someone derives honor from another's disgrace, he has no share in the world to come. And included in this positive commandment is the religious duty of making peace between a man and his friend. It is in effect everywhere, at every time, for both man and woman. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, zeh klal gadol b'Torah. Rabbi Akiva says this is the greatest rule in the Torah. Okay, what is the foundational explanation thereof? So here the Chofetz Chaim is relying upon Hillel's interpretation. Mad desani alach, right? The convert comes to Hillel and says, "Teach me Torah while standing on one foot." I'm standing on one foot, but you can't tell because the video doesn't show that. But teach me Torah while standing on one foot. Shammai kicks him out, and Hillel says, "So mad desani alach, that which is hateful to you, l'chavrecha lo savid. Don't do it to somebody else, right? Treat other people's money and other people's property and other people's honor the way you would have them treat yours." It's a very, very practical definition. If you wouldn't like it done to yourself, you certainly shouldn't be doing it to somebody else. If you wouldn't want somebody to leave you vulnerable to injury, you shouldn't leave somebody else vulnerable to injury. Right? Okay? Things like that. Another point worth mentioning here is they have an expression. I'm trying to remember where I heard this expression. But it says you should, maybe it was the Baal Shem Tov, some Hasidic Rebbe, said you should be worried about, everybody's worried about their Gashmias and Yenim's Ruchnias. Everybody's worried about their money and the other guy's spiritual well-being. Right? Really, says the saying, you should worry about Yenim's Gashmias and your Ruchnias. You take care of your own spiritual stuff. Why don't you start by worrying about the other guy's gashmias? Is he really being taken care of, or his basic needs met? Right? That's sort of like Mother Jones, pray for the dead, but fight like hell for the living. Right? So we have to be very, very sensitive to other people, and we have to be concerned that we're taking care of other people the way we ourselves would like to be taken care of. There's also a mitzvah here, as mentioned, to bring peace between other people. So often arguments between people are simply about each one failing to see the other's perspective, and a third person can help them do that. It's a tremendous, tremendous mitzvah to resolve a dispute between two people. Like we said earlier, listen, some mitzvahs don't need a lot of explanation. Love other people as you do yourself. Don't do to other people what you wouldn't want done to yourself. Worry about Yenim's Gashmias. You worry about your own spirituality. Don't worry commenting about other people, what they're doing religiously. Please. You yourself need plenty of religious healing. We all do. And if we take that attitude, it'd be a lot easier to love other people and to avoid arguments. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.